In this video, I will show you how to monitor inboxes automatically. So if you are drowning in a sea of emails across multiple inboxes, imagine having an AI assistant that not only monitors all your inboxes, but also answers complex emails, tackles objections, and even books appointments directly into your Go High Level calendar, all automatically. Sounds like a dream? Well, buckle up because today we are going to turn that dream into a reality. So as prerequisite, before we dive in, you need to make sure that you have an n8n account or a local installation, a Supabase account set up, a Go High Level account. If you don't have one, you can just click the link below to get one for free. And basic knowledge of APIs, workflows, and Go High Level functionalities. But don't worry, I will guide you through that. So in this video, we are going to cover how to set up n8n to monitor hundreds of inboxes, how to implement a RAG agent to intelligently respond to emails and tackle objections, how we'll be using Supabase as a vector store for efficient data retrieval, and how we are going to set automatic appointment booking into Go High Level calendar. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. You can also join my free community where you will find ready-to-use templates, powerful workflows, and connect with a group of motivated individuals to level up your automation skills. Let me just give you a sneak peek so you can see what's inside the community. So we have a classroom section. Inside the classroom section, there are quite a lot of courses and templates. For instance, here I share the process to build a RAG agent, share the process to build agents using Google API, like for Solar stuff, etc. Inside the template vault, you can download files and then just deploy them inside n8n in less than 10 seconds from just clicking those three dots and the import file button. Inside the calendar, we are hosting a webinar every Tuesday, so that's on different themes. So we talk about business, we talk about technology, we talk about solutions, we solve problems, etc. And inside the community, I also share things that I don't usually share anywhere else. For instance, what's selling right now, how much to price it for, etc., etc. So if you're motivated and if you want to learn, I recommend that you should join. So I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Just before we dive into the build, let me just explain the process and give you a broad overview so you can understand how powerful this system is. So this is monitoring all my inboxes in one go. And then the email content is categorized, and based on the category uses different kind of agents. So this one is actually checking inside my Go High Level calendar if I have availability or not. If I do, it books the appointment, and if I don't, it just suggests new meeting slots via email to the lead. This one is actually pulling inside the knowledge base and is able to answer complicated questions. This one books the appointment for me inside the Go High Level calendar, and this one is actually the tool that's linked to the first agent. So this one checks calendar availabilities. There is another workflow needed in order to make the whole thing work. Is the file manager. So each time a file is uploaded inside a Google Drive folder, a specific Google Drive folder, it gets updated inside the Supabase vector store. So that way the data remain consistent and the information remain consistent. And so let me just go into that in details. First of all, in order for it to work, you need to make sure that all your secondary emails are redirected to your primary emails. I do that using Zapmail. So this is a good service. It's easy to set up. So basically, it handles all the cold emailing infrastructure for you. So that's quite convenient. And here, that's really important to have the same one all over. Otherwise, you can also use a different trigger and filter it differently. But for the sake of this video, we will just do it this way. It's much easier. So here, you want, for the sake of testing, because for testing we need to actually create the content of the email manually so that we can really control it and branch it appropriately so that we can build the rest of the workflow. We'll be using a filter, and then here send a status, and then here we just select an email address that's going to be used just for testing. So basically, to build the workflow, you're going to send emails from this email here to any of the secondary inboxes. And then here, as the next step, you'll want to have if node, and the if node is going to check if the recipient of the email contains, and that should not contain, your primary inbox. Because if it contains the primary inbox, the system is going to operate for all your emails, and we don't want that. We just want the system to operate for emails that are coming from the outbound email system. So that's really important to have this node here. As a next step, we'll want to have a text classifier, and I will just show you an execution so that you can understand the process. And so basically, the text classifier is a really powerful node, and this node works by obviously using the text that's contained inside the email. So this is JSON.snippet, and uses the category uses the description in order to match the category. So if you want it to be precise, you need to have an accurate description here. So this needs to be really obvious for it to work properly. So now I'm going to show you how to build the AI agent that checks calendar availabilities inside Go High Level. So this one is actually working with emails, but it could work on Instagram, WhatsApp, or pretty much anything you want. So that's really, really powerful. So to build such an agent, this is actually not complicated. Here we just choose a tool agent, and the tool agent uses the email content, so the subject and the actual body of the email. And the system message is also very simple. So check calendar availabilities. You can use this tool. So here I strongly recommend that you copy and paste the name of the tool because we will be using it later. And the instructions are really simple also. You are replying to an email. You need to be polite, address the recipient by the first name. You are Cedric. If not available, suggest different time slots, and format the email in HTML with line breaks. So that's really important because otherwise the email will be in plain text format, and that doesn't look good at all. Do not add a subject line. Today's date is now, so we have the date and the time formatted properly with the right time zone. So that's my time zone, and you need to pass the requested date as a query. So that's really, really important because that's what we are going to be using in the tool. So basically, if you've never created a tool, all you need to do is to click the plus button here and select the first one. Here we'll be checking calendar availability. As you might notice, this is named exactly the same as the tool we are calling inside the agent, and the description tells it when do we call this tool and what do we call it for. Here we are using the workflow by ID. So as the workflow is located inside the same workflow, we just copy and paste the end of the URL. But if it was located somewhere else, we would only have to pick it from the list. So really easy. And here, basically, this tool is expecting an answer which is contained inside the response field. So the response field is actually located inside an edit field. As you can see, response. And so that's what's going to be used by the agent to craft the email, confirm the appointment, or suggest new meeting slots. So that's really simple. I will just show you an execution so that you understand how to build the query to check availabilities. So now we have an execution. So I will just detail the process. So here the query is the date and the time, which we will convert into a Unix MS timestamp format. And here we'll just add an hour so that we can actually have an end date. So my meeting slots are never more than an hour long, but if yours are shorter or longer, you can modify the duration. And then here we just adjust the format to be Unix MS timestamp for the end date too. And then here we are placing the HTTP request for Go High Level. So the way the system works is that it uses Unix timestamp format for the start date and the end date. So if you ask me, I don't even know when is that, but the system knows. And here you need to change the that's the sub account ID. So that's also to be found inside the URL when you are logged into Go High Level and inside the right sub account. And something that you need to pay attention to is the credentials. And so I'll just go inside the execution so I can show you how to set this up, because this is not straightforward, or not, at least not as straightforward as it could be. So here you build this inside the marketplace, and you just create basically a new app, and then you have the auth redirector URL, which is this one, standard authorization, client ID, client secret. And then here, that's really, really important. You need to make sure that those scopes, they correspond precisely to those that you have allowed inside the app marketplace. If not, this is not going to work. So here, the one that's actually working inside this automation is the calendar read-only. So really, really important. If they don't match, it's not going to work. So that's important. We'll just go back to the execution so that I can show you how to filter data and how to use it inside the agent. So we are back inside the execution, and here there are two scenarios. Either the HTTP request responds with available slots, and so you will have available slots listed like this. And so we just check that the slots are actually listed, just using this simple code here. And if it returns true, it's going to pass this response inside the response field, stringified, because that's how the agent reads it. And if not, this is just going to respond not available. And here we don't need to pass any variables, which we can just write it as a fixed value. So I hope that makes sense. Now we are going to talk about the RAG agent, so the one that's actually designed to answer complicated questions. So the RAG agent is actually a two-step process. Step one, you need to make sure that you have a file management system. So like this one checks if files are created or updated inside Google Drive. So a specific Google Drive folder, this is being checked every minute. And then if the file already exists inside Superbase database, it's deleted and the new one is pushed. And if the file doesn't exist, it just pushes the new file inside the database. So I'm not going to go too much into details, but if you want to get access to this template, you just need to go inside the community, file manager, RAG agent, download it to your computer, and then here click the three dots, import from file, and you'll just need to change the credentials. So really, really simple, but this is really powerful because you can put a lot of data in there, and it makes your bot really, really smart. So here, in regards to configuring the AI agent, so you need to choose conversational agent. A tool agent would work also. I'm just going to use the conversational agent here. So we'll use the text content. So that's the email content. So the subject and the email content, the email content inside the text box. And here I will use options. So the basically this one is going to tell the system that it can use the knowledge-based tool. So I could have had it just like it was configured before, but I like to set it this way. And here I have the system message. So basically the system message is almost the same than the one that books appointment. So you are replying to an email, you need to be polite, address the recipient by the first name, you are Cedric. So I will delete this, actually this is not needed. Format the email in HTML with line breaks, do not add a subject line, you are not allowed to give prices, and if you see fit, offer a free trial or a demo. So now I will show you how to build the workflow that actually books appointments inside Go High Level currently or any other tool that has an API. So I don't know if you can recall, but the system offers appointment slots. And when the lead respond, they start at the beginning again. So every minute the system checks if a new email came in and then classifies the text. So here, for instance, if a meeting is confirmed, it gets routed because we set the description to use this category. If you see that a lead is confirming a meeting time, it needs to be clear that a meeting is confirmed so that it sets the category meeting accepted. And so the next, it extracts information, and so that's a really interesting node. And I will show you what the data looks like inside the execution in just a minute. But here, this is the same principle. The more precise the description is, the more accurate will the attribute be. So it's really important to test it, tweak it, and see what works for you here. And so basically from the email, here I extract the meeting date and time, the phone number. So this is being fetched from the signature, the email, and the full name. So let me just show you the execution. So now we are inside the execution. I'll just make my screen a bit bigger so that you can see. And here the information extractor just set the fields. So the meeting date is actually correct. Phone number, which is properly formatted, the email, and the full name. Next, I'll need to do just like I did previously. So I will need to convert the date and the time format to Unix MS timestamp. Then again set the end time, so 1 hour after the beginning of the start time, and then I just convert the format again. And then here in Go High Level, so those nodes, they actually exist, so we don't have to create them from scratch. I check if a lead exists, and then if it exists, it updates the lead and then creates a new opportunity. And here inside the node that creates the appointment, This is actually a post request, and it uses this URL here, so it's different from the previous one, and using the credentials. So again, you need to make sure that the scopes, they correspond to what you want to do. That's really important, otherwise it's not going to work. And here as the next step, we want to pass the calendar ID, location ID, contact ID, and the start time. And then this is going to book appointments. And then at the back of that, you can trigger all the SMS reminders, email reminders, lead nurturing, etc. So it's really, really, really powerful. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. And you can also join the community, where we'll be happy to welcome you inside and help you out to learn really cool automation stuff. Bye bye.